kitchen, don't even talk. I'm Bobby. Not only am I the chef, but I'm the culinary gangster. How you doing? Gordon Ramsay's here. If he doesn't love my food, then you know what? He could kiss my ass.
Welcome back, everyone. Meet Bobby, the man that took over from Tony Soprano as the top gangster of New Jersey. Except where Soprano and his crew used to roll bodies into the Hudson River, Bobby and his kitchen cronies make bread roll into an oven. Steve and Sandy are the owners of Basque 46, a really nice-looking restaurant with a well-thought-out design in my opinion. Steve has had over 20 years of experience in running smaller venues, and it's the family's first attempt to open something of this scale. I'm usually rambling about how some people on these episodes have no experience in being restaurateurs, but that's definitely not the case for Steve. Even with all that experience, it's not enough to gain respect from the meatloaf mobster.
Dude, one of these is supposed to be shrimp.
I'm gonna kick your ass today. I don't handle criticism well. Steve cries about money, no matter what. What I think needs to be fixed is outside this door, out of my kitchen. So...
Oh, the language on you.
Gordon arrives at the restaurant while providing an unusual compliment to the decor and gets right into my favorite part of these episodes. The part where he samples a few items off the menu and tells us that he'd rather be eating a bowl of worms and that he'll likely be shitting for weeks.
Loaded mac and cheese. Oh, this is the wings. Give all the antennas back to the chef. Time to start saving money.
Hey, Laura.
Yeah.
Who's telling you to put these back over here?
Gordon Ramsay, he said don't use that.
Okay.
You can already sense the tension building up between Gordon and the wheatgrass wise guy. Gordon obviously has some complaints about the food, and Bobby is planning his revenge, which comes later during the tasting, and will deliver a devastating blow to Gordon's crew. I mean his bowels.
That's terrible. This country prides itself on a great mac and cheese. If you get a load of mac and cheese, then make it exceptional. Onions are raw, the flavor's terrible. And they're saying it's a signature cheese sauce, so it must be homemade, but...
That's the face Gordon makes when the macaroni and cheese is going in with that fake plastic cheese sauce. Here's the face he'll make when it comes out. In a time where people can hardly afford to go out and eat at a restaurant, when you do splurge to have a meal outside of your home, you'd think it would taste better than something you can whip up yourself in 5 minutes while blindfolded. Although lately restaurants appear to be running on very thin margins, which makes it very difficult not to cut costs at the expense of food quality.
So more signature sauces. And these things are like a disaster. They're all completely different sizes, so that one's going to cook way before that one, but it feels like it's just all dumped in there.
I don't produce the chickens. Really, you're gonna talk about the size of a wing?
I'm just the messenger.
You can't really control the size of chicken wings. For anyone that has eaten some wings, you damn well know they're not all the same size. For this one, I hate to say it, but I think I'm on the hamburger hooligan's side. Even though he acts like a turkey, he has no control on what other birds do, or decide how large their appendages will grow.
Now, cheesesteak egg roll. Wow, that's weird. This chef back there is obsessed with these drizzles of this cheese sauce. And the cheese sauce tastes processed. It doesn't even taste fresh, so not good.
That's definitely not a good start. And where does Gordon get the balls to insult Bobby? Bobby is not only a gangster, but is also known to have beaten Chris Christie in a hot dog eating competition. But I'm guessing Chef Bobby will want to rectify the situation with his final dish. Save the best for last, right?
Tell him I hope he chokes on his taco.
Here are your tacos, Gordon.
Thank you. It's just so loaded. Everything's just so heavy and greasy. And if you think of a taco, it's like a 3-bite wonder and it's gone. The size of those things.
Overwhelming.
Way overwhelming.
Okay.
Gordon might be right with this one, even though with today's inflation, people want to get their money's worth. From a restaurateur's perspective, if almost everyone in the restaurant has to-go boxes at the end of their meal, your portions are likely too large. Obviously, the kitchen consigliere doesn't like criticism and claps back at Gordon in a way that makes John Gotti look like a choir boy.
The tacos came back from Gordon. Too much in them. They should be a 3-bite wonder.
3-bite wonder. No one complains about the size of my tacos. Obviously, he's probably got a small package.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
You've now all gotten acquainted with the Jersey jackass. Do you think he'll take this taco criticism and perhaps try to improve his skills in the kitchen? Or do you expect him to act like a child and try to lash out like a 5-year-old that doesn't get to cut everyone in line at the playground?
He's saying it should be a 3-bite wonder. So what we're gonna do is make it a 3-bite wonder. How's that?
All right, here we go. Chicken tacos. Say you wanted the 3-bite wonder. That's what I was told.
Wow, who is someone taking the... You can take them back.
Send it back.
This is how a mob war starts, folks. Bobby's gonna be pissed off and the fallout will be a disaster. Under seasoned dishes, overcooked fish, and God forbid, raw chicken.
He's sending back and giving these messages. Well, here's my message.
Who's this for?
Mr. Ramsay.
Okay.
Take it and shove it up your
Ding, 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 ding.
Let's get ready to rumble!
After over 20 years in television and having visited hundreds, if not thousands of restaurants, Gordon has come face to face with the final boss, Knobby Bobby. Will Gordon come out on top, or will he be overwhelmed by a lava flow of cheese sauce coming out of Bobby's mouth and other parts of his body?
Gordon needs to understand. If he gets in my face, there could be a problem. Seriously, I'm the culinary gangster.
Gordon next sits down with the owners and finds out that they have essentially poured $1 million into the restaurant. And as Gordon has witnessed, they also believe their biggest problem is the Don of Deep Dish Pizza, who's getting paid $100,000 a year. Imagine paying your employee $100,000 a year for him to talk to you like this.
I don't know if you realize I'm the one with the knife.
Stop the
Can we do our job?
Yeah, you turn around and do it.
As is customary for Gordon after a vomit-inducing lunch, he meets with the team to get answers on why his bowels feel like they're being hit with a tunnel boring machine.
So I'm told that everything's homemade, everything's got authenticity. The mac and cheese was loaded with cheese sauce.
Right.
That's your special sauce, your signature. Did you buy the cheese sauce in?
Please tell us it's a fancy bought-in cheese sauce that is handcrafted by old-world artisans, and not some crap that you'd find at a scummy gas station.
Well, it's maybe partially homemade. You can't
Partially?
I add to it. I mix it with Cheese Whiz.
Oh god, it's worse than I thought. This guy couldn't even be bothered to melt some cheese in a pot, but would rather get some plastic Cheese Whiz full of chemicals. Before all the haters come for me, I've had Cheese Whiz at home, but I don't expect to get that from a moderately priced restaurant. Chef Boyardee's reaction goes exactly as I expected.
You're with the culinary gangster. Be careful how you approach me.
Gordon starts observing a dinner service as you can't fix something broken unless you really know what's wrong, and it goes exactly as you expect. Chef Bobby isn't exactly a leader in the kitchen, and he seems to be adding a soupçon of mold and salmonella into every order he sends out. An executive chef that neglects his responsibilities such as food costs and controlling inventory would at least be able to send out some decent fresh food. Ultimately, Gordon does what he does best.
Shut the line down now. And get the guests out of here. Their night is over. Shut it down!
After regrouping and pretty much yelling at everyone, the team, including the macaroni mafioso, decide they're on board to turn the butt cheek and try to make the restaurant a success. Bobby even apologizes to Steve, which alone could get him whacked, but perhaps he does feel a bit of guilt on where the restaurant currently is. I'll give him props for that, but he's still a bozo in my books.
I apologize. And I'm willing to do what it takes to rebound from that.
This is my life, dude. So this is an opportunity, and we got to step up and do this thing, okay? Can we get this going?
I got your back.
I'm going to take it up.
This episode concludes with Gordon's team giving the restaurant a light makeover and revamping the menu. Even though pizza, sliders, and chicken wings are some of the simplest items to cook, Bobby the Butcher has a hard time keeping up during the relaunched dinner service. He does bounce back and even gets some words of encouragement from Gordon at the end of the night.
We got back on track. And you did something tonight that I never expected you to do. You held on.
It was a little stressful, but I think I hopefully made it happen.
They loved the food.
Yes, sir. I did the best I could.
But you're on the clock, you know that.
I'd love to tell you that the taco thug kept fighting and the restaurant is thriving today with him at the helm. But that's not what I'm going to tell you since he actually didn't show up for work the next day. I guess the culinary gangster went into the witness protection program, but on the bright side, Basque46 is doing great today and has quite a high rating on Google. That's it for this one, folks. Please like and subscribe and let me know if there's any other cooking shows you'd like to see some reviews on. Thanks for watching.
All night long.